Okay. We are back. Great. So, yeah, just going through yesterday's to-do list. Figured this out somewhat. Didn't figure out the animations, but I got the models. So today would be good to do how learn how to include animations in Unity. I don't really like the animations that come out of Meshy, but it's a start. So yeah, today I'll just try to animate this guy. So I think I already have one version of him that's animated, but yeah, but it just looks terrible, right? But yeah, we could just try again. So because they only have like these two modes of animation. He's either a humanoid or a dog. This guy, you know, he's kind of both, right? So so yeah, you kind of just have to give it the points, and then based on the points, it will figure out what to do. So this is his tail. This is his butt. Here's his waist. I feel like that's his waist and that's his butt. What's his shin supposed to be? Like up here, I guess? I feel like his shin is actually lower. I don't know. It's all hidden by the armor, right? Like, I'm going to have to learn how to animate these things myself. Because he's not a dog, you know? It's kind of not a dog. But we'll make him a dog for today. He's going to be the sweetest dog there ever was. I love dogs. So yeah, generating this dog animation for us right now. And that's going pretty fast today. So yeah, let's figure out how to include animations. Making a smaller grid, that was super easy. You know, we just had to make some small code change. I made some progress on repositioning and redirecting the camera. It works on mobile, but it doesn't work on desktop. So let's extend that to be like enable desktop users to reposition and redirect the camera. Kind of also want to, yes, let me just not get distracted by this for now. So just open the editor just to hide the animation. Okay, also, I didn't make a way to move the camera on mobile. You can just zoom in or out, or you can move the camera, but you can't move its focus point. So redirect. Enable mobile and desktop users to move the focus point of the camera. Cool. Yeah, those are two good goals. And then the two other main things I'm thinking about are, like, one phase of the player's turn is where they place the units on the board. So right now, all I have is I have a single prefab, and in the prefab, I put the guy in there. It might be more interesting. I also have this button, right? It might be interesting to put the image of the guy on the button, and then whenever you press the button, it lets you place him somewhere on the board. So I guess the flow would be like, you press the button, And then on your mouse cursor, you should see the guy. You know, you're kind of dragging him around. And then you can place it on a grid tile by clicking again. And that would be good. So let's try to do that. So I definitely want better camera controls. I want to do animations, and then we'll just say kind of extend the orientation panel button functionality to allow the user to click on the Holy Night unit in the panel. When the user clicks on the Holy Night, their cursor is replaced by an instance of the Holy Night that they can drag around the screen. How does this work on mobile? I think for computers, for desktops, it makes sense. You click on it and then you can click to release it. On mobile, that could also work, but then you're not like you're not dragging anything, right? It's just kind of there. So kind of makes me think that yeah, it's just not so important. I'll think about it later, but okay, let's say on mobile you tap it and then there's just this guy floating, which is fine. And then you, after that, when the user has the night selected, they can click on, when they click on a tile, it should place the night on that tile. Cool. Let's start with just this basic functionality. So these need to be done in no particular order, but I want to do them all. I feel like this one is the hardest. So in the spirit of doing something easy, we'll just do this one first. Extend the... Okay, hold on. Let's check the status. Did I commit that stuff? Looks like there's that stuff. What's the git log say? Okay, I don't think I committed the camera stuff, so okay. A commit message and commit and push the changes. Got it. Alright, let's just git log it again. So it added the camera controller with orbital, elevation, and follow distance controls. Okay, cool. So we're gonna just say extend the camera controller to And we're gonna ignore the fact that it's not working on desktop right now. We're just gonna give it a simple instruction to enable mobile and desktop users to move the focus point of the camera. And then we can give it some more instructions. Mobile currently to the user should be able to do this with one finger on mobile. This will take the place of the existing rotate around focus point behavior that currently operates with one finger. That behavior should operate with two fingers instead. Let's see how it handles this. Two fingers that that move together should do rotation slash. Two fingers that move apart, I pinch to zoom, should cause zooming in and out, i.e. pinch to zoom. Yeah, I think this is going to be a good step. Okay, so single finger is going to move the focus point. So we no longer care about where it began. Instead, we just move on the delta. Don't fully understand that. No, I don't want that. Instead of just focusing on the point they tapped, we still want the drag behavior for moving the focus point. Oh, it does seem like maybe it's doing that. I wonder what this move focus point function is. Is that even like a real cam function? I don't know. We'll just figure it out. Sure. That stuff doesn't even work as far as I can tell. What is this? This is mouse stuff. Oh, that stuff does work. That's right. I remember it working. Okay, so we're going to write a function called move focus point. And it's given us a screen delta. I don't really know what that's going to do, but we're going to find out. Alright, let's see if we can run it now. So if I save it, and if I run it, so I can still zoom. None of the other things work on this mode. So I will try to see if it works any different on the should I do simulator? Simulator isn't gonna get me to do kind of pinch to zoom stuff, so then I'm just gonna have to build it and gonna have to test it on my phone off screen for now. I think my friend Joe told me about some apps to easily screen share from my phone. I can Google it, but I'll probably have to get that going for the next stream later today. Okay, so if I go to iOS build, I can click here. And then I'm gonna have to press play, and it's gonna tell me that I don't have a profile. I don't know why I have to do this every time, but I do. So we'll enable automatic on my team, and we'll call it com.jmather.battles board game. com.jmather.board game. That's fine. And then we're gonna go ahead and run this. It's asked for my password twice, and it's running the app on my phone now. Let's see if it does anything that I asked it to do. It would be great if it just worked. Okay, so I can still, with one finger, change the focus point, which is not what I wanted. We already had pinch to zoom before, so I don't know why. And then, but if I move to fingers, so it did absolutely nothing in these changes. I don't know why it shows 2,000 changes. Oh, I think I need to kind of ignore this iOS build folder. Add iOS build to the git ignore. Okay, now I can see where it changed better. So, I wonder what this is, but that's not important. Okay, so it looks like it does this get board center. So it's still kind of not doing what I want, which is so confusing. So basically what I wanted it to do is this in touch count 2, right? But then I still want pinch to zoom. Might be good to put some logs in move focus point. Add some logging to the new camera controller. It is still behaving in the same way where one finger rotates around the focal point. Also, desktop controls don't work. Be more explicit with which keys and buttons are required to make it work and fix any issues. Only the desktop mouse scroll for zoom works. Okay, so it's got a bunch of logging, no fixes yet. Okay, so the focus point move speed is higher. Okay, it should do that. Okay. Okay, it's giving me some guidelines on the controls. Okay, so let's try to follow what it said for the new controls. See if it actually works, right? Alright, so going back to the game, I just see what it does. I just want to make sure it's changing it, because it was weird how it seemed like it did exactly the same thing. Where is the script? Is it part of the board manager? I don't even know where the script is at, which is really confusing me. Like, shouldn't I see the script in this game object thing? Okay, I see it here. Okay, it seems like this. Oh, this is a different file. I think that's the problem. I noticed that when I double click on the camera controller script property of the main camera, it takes me to a different file than the one being edited. Do I need to fix this? Yeah, so it looks like the script on the camera is not the right script. That's been the problem. I've just been using some example camera function. So I can either rename it to that, or I can delete that. So let's just rename it. Interesting. So that's that. Give for option 1. Maybe I can create a new script in the Unity editor and just copy the file into that new file. Give detailed steps. I think we just go over here, right? Yeah. And we just say create. I think it's a mono behavior script. No, it's a C# script. Or we can call it board camera controller. I can't really read if I spelled it right. Looks like that. What the hell is this? Okay. Okay, so we're just gonna copy this. We're gonna double click here. We're gonna do this and we're gonna the renaming for us, and replace that, double click that. Oops. In Unity Editor, select main camera. In the inspector, find that. Click the menu on the remove component. Okay, so we gotta go back to main camera. We gotta delete this. Remove component. And now we say add component board camera controller. Save that. And now we can run it. Let's see if this does anything. Okay. Oh, interesting. I can right click to move for some reason here. I mean, it's definitely doing something different, which is really cool. It's not really moving the focal point the way I thought it would, but it is doing something which is genuinely awesome. Alright, I do want to see how it plays on my phone, so I'm going to go ahead and do another build. Alright, we got a new build. Open it up. I will press the run button. It's going to give me an error. I'll click here, automatically manage, give it that, and I'll give it a name, com.jmathler.boardgame, and then we're gonna run this guy. I think the AC is a little bit too cold. I'm going to change it. Gotta unlock the phone. Okay, it's doing something. Okay, it's starting the app. Okay, so it's doing a whole lot of shit, and it's kind of what I wanted, but kind of not. Either way, it's pretty cool. So I think the move speed is too high, and this pinch to zoom thing is too slow. But it does seem to have misunderstood instructions, yeah. Okay, the new camera controls are working. Some tweaks/issues. Make the zoom speed faster. Make the move focus point speed slower. It requires. Oh, I held the 3 button down. It currently requires me to use 2 fingers to move the focus point. Using 1 finger doesn't do anything. Please fix. Okay, sure. It's probably going to be zooming too fast and moving too slow, but that's okay. I can change it myself next time. Okay, let's try again. Gotta close it. We gotta build it. Pretty sure I'm on day 7 now. Okay. I run this, it complains, I fix this. Okay, com.jmather.boardgame. Alright, and we run this. So unlock this. Man, it's fucking cold in here. I gotta change the AC settings. I don't know what happened, but the AC was set to 68 degrees. I'm gonna blame my dog. I'm pretty sure she changed it. Okay, so for some reason the changes I asked for are not working. Now let's take a look at the logging that it's creating. So, okay, it says one finger detected. And if I do this, it's logging some new focus point stuff, but it doesn't actually move anything. I mean, I could probably just paste this into the AI. Why don't we just do that? It's not moving, but it's producing these logs with one finger. Wow, this place is fucking cold. I think the AC is still running. Let me go check on this. Alright, I'm back. So, let's see. Perfect. The logs show that that's happening, that's happening, that's happening. The focus point is moving, but the camera isn't moving with it. Okay, so we just have to do a transform position update. Okay, let's try it. It seems kind of risky, but we'll do it. Okay, so that should fix the issue where it's doing that. Nice. Cool. So then I can do this. Okay, so we're gonna have to close this, stop tasks. And I'm not entirely sure that I need to close that, but let's just keep doing that for now because it's working. So I'm gonna do this, then I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, do com, not gmail, board game, and then I can run it. Alright, it's going. Uh-oh. Failed succeeded. It's pulling up on my phone. Oh shit. Okay, it's moving really fast. It's too fast, but that's cool. I can pinch to zoom. I almost feel like the rotation isn't necessary, but this is great. Okay, it's hugely useful. Let's see if I can run it in the desktop, just to see the progress, right? Okay, so it works on mobile, but doesn't work on desktop. Okay, works on mobile. The 2-finger rotate also moves the camera on top of 1-finger drag works on mobile. Fix some outstanding issues. 1. The 2-finger rotate also moves the camera focus point. Is that true? That's actually untrue. Okay, so I'm able to. I wish I could show you guys this 1-finger, 2-finger stuff. So I think I'm able to do rotation on one axis with 2 fingers. I'm able to rotate around one of the axes on mobile, but I was hoping to have a 2-finger 360 rotation behavior. If I drag 2 fingers sideways, it rotates. But it should also rotate when I drag 2 fingers vertically across the screen. Okay, so that's one issue. I think I've explained that pretty well. We want to lower the single finger drag speed, but I'm going to not give it that instruction. And then the issue on the desktop. Oh, I think it was like, okay, so right click works, right? Yeah. And I can zoom in or out, but oh, I can do this thing too. Okay. But then how do I rotate? There isn't a way to rotate around the focal point on desktop. This should be accomplished by allowing the user to hold the first mouse button down. When it is held down, when they move the mouse, it should rotate the camera around the focal point in a 360-degree manner as described in the mobile instructions. Okay. What's it doing here? Okay, that looks good, I guess. Oh, it looks the average delta y, average delta x. That's good. And it wrote a new function for that. That sounds fine. And it seems like it changed some desktop code as well. See, I don't think that's what we want. Right mouse button should allow us to move the camera, not rotate. Okay, I don't really know that it's doing what I wanted, but we're going to find out what it did in a moment. But I'm starting to get a sense of how this stuff works. Yeah. Cool. You can see the camera moving. Oh shit. That was really bad. Now I can't see shit. go back to this. Fuck, that's not what I wanted. Okay, let's just ignore that I broke that view. No, I want to fix it. Fuck. Alright, let's just start again, see if that helps. Okay, I definitely broke this thing, and there's got to be a way to easily get back there. Okay, I'm not worried about that. But okay, so I can zoom out. I can do this with one thing. Speed on that needs to go higher. I can do this. Looks like it's locked behind some level, which makes sense, yeah. It prevents you from going too far. It looks like it wrote some code for that. Okay, the Q and the E are doing something interesting. Oh, you know what? I think it's doing something. Okay, and then these are doing something. W, A, and S, D are equivalent to that. But how do I rotate vertically? I don't... Okay, I can only do that with the mouse. Interesting. Alright. This is some progress. I'll be back in a couple hours. Cool. Happy I'm making progress. See you later. Bye.